everybody, welcome back. I'm going to be unboxing today the Witch Casket for August. I'm using a new camera today, so bear with me because I don't have a viewfinder and it's just very bizarre. I ordered this. It's £27 for the box, which includes shipping, so it basically means that it's 50p more expensive a month than Spooky Box, which is just like 50p. It doesn't really matter that much to me, so yeah, if we're getting better stuff in here or better service, then that pretty much justifies that to me. It's already kind of better service in my mind because it has a shipping date, like literally a date, where they sent it out on the 15th. It's the 17th today and mine arrived. They said at shipping that it would take 2 to 3 business days to get here. It only took 1 business day and I have my box on time. Wow, what a feeling. So I'm pretty excited about that. I do like the packaging. It came in just a plastic envelope over this, like a mailing bag, which I will reuse. But it's a nice box, nicely decorated. You could obviously use this to store things or just recycle it because it's cardboard. And I haven't seen anything of what's in here yet because I haven't been spoiled. So you get the first look inside. It's got Witch Casket written on it. And oh, a very interesting smell coming out of it. Kind of minty. Okay, so we have a little Witch Casket leaflet. Here's August's Witch Casket. Connecting with nature is one of the most important and magical things a witch can do. And never are we more powerful than when we have connection with Mother Earth. We hope the contents of this month's casket encourage you to take time out and enjoy nature. Read the enclosed list of contents so you can familiarise yourself with this month's items, blah 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 blah. Then some information just that they're making the next ones. Oh, okay, on the back is the list of contents, which I will look at the end. So, oh, okay, there's quite a lot of stuff in here. Like, if I just lift up the top couple of things, there's a lot of stuff in there. So, we'll get into that. The first thing on the top is a nice art print from Tea Cake Art. I've seen these in other people's unboxings and always really liked them. This is no exception. I might actually put this in my herbiary because obviously it fits that theme quite well. It's like A5 size, so it will go really nicely into a book of shadows. Like, my book of shadows tend to have like A5 pages, so A4 things are a bit too big. But that's a nice size, and it's on like just a shiny card, so you could probably also just stick it on the wall or frame it. But I really like that, so that's the first thing. Then we have a little slightly dusty black booklet which says Little Book of Plant Magic, and inside it's just a blank like notebook type book. Oh, okay, no, there is stuff in here actually at the beginning. So it's got just a little bit of information about different plants and what you might, you know, use each one for. I don't really need this because I have the Llewellyn book of incense oils and brews. Also I have the herbiary that I'm working on, but this would be really useful to someone who is just starting out. I've poked myself in the eye with it. Excellent. This would be really useful for someone just starting out, so I might put that in like a giveaway or something, so I'll put that to one side. Okay, then we have some various other little things. Oh, okay, I see this, so I'm going to get this out. This is mint green tea. This is what's making the smell that I can smell. Naturally flavoured green tea, hand rolled into small round pellets. Once immersed in water, these pellets open to reveal a full leaf. And now I have to say I never use the teas that I get in like Spooky Box or I guess now Witch Casket, because I only drink plain boring black tea, like a PG Tips, maybe sometimes an Assam, but very boring black tea with milk. So I tend to give these to a friend. I'm kind of hoping that eventually one day, this is my dream, we'll get like one of those hot chocolate spoon things with maybe some like chili or some cinnamon, stuff like. You can mix things into hot chocolate to make it magical, guys. Or coffee. There's a Witch's Brew Coffee, which is a really good company that I'm like stalking on Instagram, but they don't ship to the UK, so I can't get any of their stuff. But yeah, not all tea. Hashtag not all tea. So that's probably going to go to a friend. But underneath that, I've spied something that's interesting. This is mugwort. I'm actually growing this in the garden at the moment because I want some. But it says, can be placed under the pillow, in charm bags, burned or used for oils and infusions. Now I've heard that you can actually smoke this. Do your own research on that. Not recommending that you just go out and smoke a bunch of mugwort. But I've heard you can smoke this for like divination purposes or use it as divination incense. And it does say psychic ability on here, so this will tide me over until my actual crop comes in and I can make my smudge sticks, so I'm excited for that. Then we have elemental candle kits, everything you need to represent the elements in your magical space. This is again in like a little paper bag. I've noticed in other unboxings, I've noticed that these things, like the tea and the ritual kits, used to come in these like foil mylar bag things. I'm really glad that they're now in paper, which is like obviously more recyclable. I'm going to open this so we can see what's in here. We have, oh okay, a little set of spell candles, so air, fire, water, earth, spirit, or just plain. And this, which is just a little card, mine's slightly bent, with the elemental symbols on, and it says the correspondences for the colours of the candles, and then where to position them. So that's pretty basic stuff, but it does give a little thing of like colour correspondences of what kind of magic you would use the candles for. I always need more tiny spell candles, so it's pretty cool to have 5 of those. I'm not going to complain. But do I think it's like an actual magic kit? No, not really. Okay, then we have a pin, which is a black kind of maple leaf looking leaf, and it says naturally magic. I have to say I'm actually more excited about the card because it has like a nice tree on, but we have a little pin. I'm not wild about it as a pin because it seems a bit like plain. I'm very picky about the pins that I actually keep. I only have like kept like 3 of the ones that I've ever gotten from like spooky boxes and stuff, so don't take that personally. I did actually get the box, the spooky box pin that I was missing. That came. I am going to append a little bit of me talking about that to the next spooky box video because that was a whole issue, but in the meantime I have this pin that may also go in the giveaway because I don't need more pins. So there's this little black kind of like suedette pouch, and it has a tag on it that says wooden element amulets. A great way to introduce the elements of earth, air, fire, water and spirit to your magic. Place the amulets on your altar, carry them with you and add them to charm bags, use them in spells and rituals. Use these to symbolise elements wherever they are needed. So, I'm going to try and get into this. It has been tied shut. Okay, interesting. They don't feel like wood, they feel like plastic. And they're slightly sticky, like resin or something. I don't know if they're wood that's been varnished, but they feel like plastic poker chips. But on one side they have the elemental triangle symbol, and then the name of the element, and on the back they say Witch Casket. And you get them for water, earth, spirit, air, fire. So those are pretty cool. I would, to be honest, prefer if they were just the like triangle on one side and then the name of the element on the other, not with the like Witch Casket like branding on it, because that seems a bit weird. I'm not too keen on the way that they feel because they feel like plastic, and they've got this like, I don't know if you can see this kind of ridge around the edge, and it has those like little circly divots in that you get on like moulded plastic. But the little label, wherever I threw that, definitely says wooden, but I don't know if they are wood. That's a bit weird. I'm not sure, I'm on the fence. We shall see. The next thing is a little zippy bag that says live life in full bloom. And it just seems to be just, yeah, it's got kind of like a plasticized kind of inside, so I guess it's like stain resistant, waterproof. Folds out like that. Kind of looks like the kind of thing that you would keep like sanitary pads in your handbag, but I guess we'll see what that's for. I'm not too keen on this, to be honest, because the decal does look kind of see-throughy and darker with the black material underneath, so it doesn't look particularly like high quality put together. Although the pouch is high quality, I think like the branding that's been put onto it is not as quality as it could be. The pouch itself feels quite sturdy. I could maybe use this for keeping my like bolline and things in when I go out a herb hunting. So we'll see about that. Oh, okay. We've got some Nandita Wood Spice Natural Incense, which is the other half of the interesting smell. It smells kind of patchouli-ish, I sense, like a kind of patchouli-ish smell. It doesn't really say. It just says it's a unique blend of rare herbs, flowers, resins and essential oils. All the ingredients of this quality product are purely natural, non-toxic and ozone friendly, which is like good to have an incense brand, but I wish it had come in not like wood spice, but in an actual like correspondence-able scent like patchouli. And inside we have like 9 incense sticks. They're quite soft because they're a little bit crumbly, but I might give those a go. They don't smell bad. They might just be good for like general room scenting as opposed to magic, but I tend to just make my own incense out of like loose herbs and stuff, so I don't tend to buy a lot of this. Last, oh okay, there's 3 things left. One of them is a pen. It says grow through what you go through, and it appears to be made of like wood, and it has like this kind of green vine design under the words. It's a nice sturdy biro, it doesn't like rattle, so all the parts are like nicely put together. I like a pen. It's not particularly heavy, it feels quite light, but I like having a pen on my desk. Then we get a scroll, which I think these come in like all the Witch Casket boxes. You get a scroll that I've seen people unbox. Mostly it's like Lunar Lily, Haunted Bat. I've seen unbox these, so. Sticker. Why? Okay, well that's come off. And the scroll says, hey, magical ways to connect with nature. And then it says it's one of the most powerful things a witch can do. Nature is a powerful healer. And then it just gives you some ideas of stuff that you can do to connect with nature, like yoga, moonbathing, immerse yourself in water, spend time in nature, walk barefoot. So all kinds of pretty standard stuff. I've got to be honest, don't really know what the point of having this scroll is. If you're going to put something on a scroll, make it like an actual ritual or spell that we can use, or you know, just something that we want to keep. A list of ways to connect with nature is not something that I'll necessarily need to have around forever, but okay. And then the last thing appears to be, yeah, because the rest of this is just these little squidgy peanuts. A green something, I can't read through the bag. It looks like a stone. Ooh. Okay. Kind of looks like a little ball of like green clay that's been covered in glass. It's like a really weird camera. It's like, forget which end of the phone that we're on. Yeah, like a kind of weird clay type cracked texture, but then over the top it's just shiny, like, I guess maybe it's been like resined or something. Okay, and this says it is green chert, C-H-E-R-T, so I have no previous knowledge of what this stone might be. It says it's a stone of strength, strength of heart, strength of belief, strength of compassion, strength of will. This beautiful stone is also a great healer and can help to release hidden or repressed traumas and grief. Green shirt can also help with forgiveness or free yourself from feelings of guilt. So that's quite cool. I've never heard of this stone before, so that's interesting. It has taught me something today. And obviously you can keep this like little card and glue it into your Book of Shadows, and it would always remind you what green shirt was for. You might need some help remembering what it looks like. I always find that I kind of want to take like little Polaroid pictures of my crystals and then put them next to the definitions in my book, so I'm like, which one am I looking for? But there you have it, that's a little crystal. Whoop. Right, so looking at all these things together. Oh, hang on, let me just make sure that we've got everything. Okay, so Witch Casket exclusive little book of plant magic. Got it. Witch Class exclusive custom bamboo eco pen. We have a pen. I guess that kind of goes with the little book, so that makes sense. I will be keeping the pen though, because that's cool, but probably not the book. Witch Casket exclusive magical pouch, live life to full bloom. Live life in full bloom, rather. Don't like this, I've decided. I thought that we'd be given some sort of idea as to what to use it for. Like maybe to put stuff in it to go out into nature and have a little like ritual or... Hello, Riley. It seems like no purpose has been given for including this pouch, so I'm not sold on the pouch. The pouch is going. The Witch Casket exclusive wooden element amulet in pouch. Again, not really sold on these actually being wood. They feel like plastic, or at least very plasticized wood. Like the coating on the outside just, it doesn't sound like wood, doesn't feel like wood to me. Ironically, I do like the little pouch that came in. I wish some of the money that had been spent on the pouch had been maybe spent on the product inside. It can't be that hard to just get like little discs of wood and maybe have the symbols like stamped in or burnt on or something, and not like plasticky printed. So that's a pass from Sarah. A Witch Casket exclusive naturally magic enamel pin. Pin is quite nice, good quality. I just don't need a pin that says naturally magic, so not into that. The Witch Casket exclusive Connect with Nature parchment scroll. Again, I'm not really sold on the scroll. It's not really something that I would need to keep. The fact that it's been rolled up makes it quite difficult to stick down into a book, because that will happen. So unless you're going to keep them in like a binder or something, I just don't get it. And let's be honest, it is just a piece of paper that's been just printed. So it's not like an expensively produced item. Then we have mugwort. We do have some mugwort. I'm going to use that. Win. Green shirt, tumblestone, and info card. Again, going to use that. Witchy item, I can use that. Loose leaf tea, mint green tea by Tea Cakes of York. Apparently. It doesn't say that on the package, so... I will give that to a friend. I won't use that myself, but I guess if you like tea, that would be a good item to have. But again, I probably want more of it, because it's not a huge amount in there. And then incense sticks, wood spice. They do smell good. They smell kind of like, get myself in the head with them, like patchouli or nag champa soap, something like that. But again, I don't really use incense sticks. I'm on the fence. Spell candles I am going to use, so I'll keep those. Tea cake art print, really like that. That was the first item that I got out, and I really enjoyed that. So what we have are 1, 2, 3, 4 items that I will then keep and use myself. 1, 2, 3, oh no, 5 items that I will keep because I got my pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items that probably are either going to end up on eBay or in a giveaway, because they're not really my thing. Especially this little pouch thing. Do not like it doesn't even really say what I'm meant to use it for. So it feels like they didn't know. They just, what am I meant to use this for? And then the tea obviously is going to go to a friend, and then I've got my mugwort, my stone, my pen, my candles, and my art print. So those items that I'm keeping, would I spend £27 on those? Probably not. I think in terms of the pen, the mugwort, the crystal, the candles, altogether I'd probably spend about £10 on all of those things together, maybe like £12. The rest of the stuff, I don't dispute that there is the value of those items in here. It's just that a lot of those items didn't really apply to me. I know that you always get like a scroll in here, and stick incense is something that I've seen come up in multiple boxes. So I'm not bashing the box because I knew these things were going to be in here and that I wouldn't necessarily use them. So I'm not mad about those. Same with the tea. I know that they do tea. I'm not necessarily into that, but I know it would be included, so that's fine. Again, a pin. I wouldn't be mad about receiving a pin if it was a design that I was going to like. Same with the plant magic book. This could be really useful, but I feel like most people who are into like witchcraft and stuff already have a book about plants and things that has more information than this in it. And it might have been more useful to provide these things as like separate cards that could be stuck into a book of shadows or something, rather than a book that I have to keep. Things that I just don't get. These, you can actually get these like little wooden cubes with like a hole drilled into them, and these would stand in that, and they have like the elemental symbols on them. That might have been a better thing to include, and it would have felt more solid and worthwhile than these, so kind of annoyed about those. And again, this tiny pouch, I just don't understand what it's for. The leaflet just calls it a magical pouch. It doesn't say what you're meant to use it for or in what way it's meant to be magical. Like, it just looks like a bum bag with no straps. It's very weird, so that's probably going to end up on eBay. In terms of my first witch casket, I'm a little bit disappointed. I've seen some really cool stuff in some of these, but it feels like this one was... I feel like a lot of these boxes have like filler months. So some months you'll have like a lot of good big items, like travel cups, mugs, big pieces of crystal, spell candles, bottles that you can put like potions and stuff in, bigger art prints, and then some months you just get kind of like a lot of little things that aren't really as good. I think any box is going to have that. So I'm not going to cancel my subscription. I am going to give it like a couple of months because I'm in permanent work at the moment. Well, not permanent, but like full-time. I'm in full-time work at the moment. So I have some money to spend on these and to get a feel for what they're like. So overall, I think the customer service, like the delivery time scale of it, that's better than Spooky Box. I would say the items inside are more related to witchcraft. There are a number of exclusive items in here. I don't really care for them, but some people might, so it's kind of 50-50 on that, because there were exclusive items in Spooky Box that I didn't like. But of the things in here, I will probably just get like actual practical use out of some of the witchy items, more so than purely aesthetic Spooky Box items. So I think it comes down very much to personal preference. The sun is gone. And I will be getting a couple more of these, maybe like 2 more, just to see how they stack up against my spooky boxes and what that's like. And I do have one fairy loot coming as well, so we'll compare that as well. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you will go and look at some of my other unboxings and go and subscribe to the podcast on Castbox so that you can listen to me when you're out and about. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!